I follow Mitsuru's directions and reach the specified location. A number of people have already gathered. I noticed Teddy, Kanji, Chie, and others I had seen in the P-1 commercial as well.
Oh, phew! You're okay, Miss President. Or should I call you Labris? Chie-san.
In contrast to Chie's enthusiasm, Labris looks towards me as if she's unsure about how to feel about everything. Before I can nudge Labris over towards Chie rushes over and takes Labris' hand. She smiles brightly after she confirms that Labris is alright. Labris cannot resist the infectious air of happiness and breaks into a smile of her own.
Hello, sorry, who are you?
I'm liking that look you've got going on. It's like you just single-handedly saved the world from an evil army.
That's Akihiko, alright.
Yosuke, don't be so rude.
How was that rude? That was a compliment. Hello? Chie turns towards me and bows energetically.
Akihiko-san, thank you for saving Labris.
No need to thank me. I just delivered the message you left me with.
Don't you have some people you want to introduce Labris to? After being prompted, Chie dashes off, tugging Labris by her hand towards her friends. The people waiting to greet them are everyday students, but none of them seem to be all that concerned by the fact that Labris is an android. In fact, it seems like they're welcoming her into their group with big smiles. Looks like they're a pretty open-minded bunch. As I'm watching them, I'm joined by some familiar faces.
Are you alright, Akihiko?
I raise my hand as a response to her. That's enough for Mitsuru to understand the situation and smile. How does Akihiko communicate with human beings? Aiga stands next to me and gazes at the group of people gathered around Chie and Labris.
It seems my sister has also forged a bond.
That takes you back, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Though I am a machine, I understand what it means for people's hearts to come together. I would definitely like for my sister to learn that as well.
The battle that took place 3 years ago marked a major turning point, not just in my life, but for Aigus and the others that fought alongside me as well. Labris has just reached that same turning point. Watching this unfold for someone else feels nostalgic and heartwarming at the same time. Mitsuru, however, is standing unmoved. She furrows her brow and is sporting a look I know all too well. Sheesh, what's troubling her now of all times? Aigus notices the serious look on Mitsuru's face and speaks to her in a hushed tone.
Are you thinking of sealing my sister away again?
Don't tell me you're going ahead with that. I know you're in a delicate position, but I have serious issues with this.
No, you misunderstand. I realize full well the situation here. That's not what I was thinking about. What's bothering me is that the true culprit in this case never did show their face.
What? Didn't Labris say she escaped here on her own?
That's what I thought most likely at the time, but that scenario doesn't match what we've learned since then. How did Labris learn about this world? Why did she call in these other Persona users?
You had some basic investigation done on Inaba, right? If she regained her consciousness a while ago, it's possible she infiltrated your network and found out about that stuff.
That's not my only doubt. Labris's ability to cloud others' senses can only go as far as creating hallucinations. That's inconsistent with the ability to control people so thoroughly as to make them risk their lives in a hijacking. There's too much that doesn't add up.
That does seem suspicious.
Mitsuru is right, there are too many unexplained circumstances here. But why stand around worrying about it? All the answers we need are a few simple questions away. I call out to Labris.
Labris, how did you escape all the way here?
Huh? I was inside a chamber and...
Labris tries to continue, but her body immediately goes completely rigid. Rigid? How do you normally pronounce that word? Rigid? I said rigid at first on instinct, but I'm pretty sure rigid is how you pronounce that. That's not good. Labris looks like she's standing completely devoid of thought, but I know better.
Get back!
I shout out a warning to everyone in the area. Labris immediately reaches for the large axe on her back and brandishes it.
What a pain.
I have to protect Chie and the other civilians. I immediately take a step forward to engage the still expressionless Labris. This is a different situation than our earlier battle. Since Labris can now use her persona, this is going to be a much more difficult fight. If we join forces to attack her, this would be a simple matter. However, Labris's body has already taken a lot of damage from all the battles she's been in. There's no way of knowing if she'd survived a combined assault from us. Doubt and hesitation swirl around my mind and cloud my thoughts. I must make a decision and follow it with no regrets. That's when Mitsuru's sharp voice pierces the air.
Akihiko, buy me some time.
Looks like she has some kind of plan up her sleeve. Then, my course of action has been decided.
You got it.
I tightly ball my hand into a fist and extend it towards my opponent. I reiterate my vow.
Labris, I will protect you no matter what.
Time to punch you in the face. Oh, we didn't get to hear any of the GLaDOS voice. All right, lads, here we go. Time to punch Labrys. Again.
Finally.
Hi. I still don't know what this whirlwind level on Akihiko is, by the way, down near my SP bar or whatever it's called. Hey, check this out. Get wrecked. Oh, I see. After you do his, look at, dude, that super fast jab is so funny looking. After you do his grab, you're supposed to follow up with another hit. I get it. Wrecked. How did I not get that grab off? That's the real question. Boop, 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 boop. Uppercut. Wrecked. Did you guard that? That's amazing. Well done. What was Caesar doing there? I think you're done. Probably. Not quite. Grab. Got her. Gamer moment.
Looks like I managed to keep her intact.
But she still seems to be under the control of someone else. Do we have to strike down the one controlling her? But where could they be controlling Labrys from? Just as I prepare to check the surrounding area for any outside presences, a voice echoes from somewhere.
You resorted to your fists in the end, after all. That's why people say your strength is fake.
Akihiko Shadow. What? There's a familiar voice that I can't quite place. Darkness manifests from out of nowhere and coalesces into the form of a person.
What is that?
It's another Akihiko-san? Whoa! Is that Akihiko-san's shadow?
The darkness dissipates, and what was left standing there was me. Just like Labrys' shadow from before, he looks exactly like me. The only difference is in the eyes. While the others are stirring, he coldly declares,
You go on and on about resolve and whatnot. What have you been doing these past few years?
Fighting bears, man! It's a full-time job.
Just training yourself to fight better, that's all. You haven't grown at all as a person. You're still running from your fear of losing people, just like before. So you are watching us. Looks like the mastermind of this thing has a lot of time to kill.
Huh? Mastermind?
He's taken aback by my taunt, but continues on.
What are you talking about? I came from the sea of your soul. Enough. Do you think you rattle me with that tired old theme?
Wow, Akihiko just slamming the Persona 4 whole shadow concept. The shadow, no, the mastermind, arrogantly tries to rile me up, but his taunts are powerless against me. I'm not taking the bait. No anger, not even surprise. There is nothing rising within me. My heart was completely placid.
So you won't admit it, then. Rise again, my puppet. Dance until you shatter.
Dance, water, dance! That's the wrong franchise. The enemy orders Labrys to stand. As if a puppet on strings, Labrys responds to the Shadow's command.
Looks like you've shown your stripes already. That power proves you're not my shadow. So what? You still have no choice but to suffer. Unless you destroy this thing, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you do?
This is vastly different from how all of the Persona 4 stories have been ending so far. Duck, welcome to stream. I glance over at Mitsuru. She gives me a slight nod and I laugh.
Sad to say, but this show is over.
What?
It means we won't fall for the same trick again.
Yamagishi, now!
Yamagishi? Yamagishi? Isn't that Fuka's last name? Just as Mitsuru's voice sounds, the ominous presence lurking within Labrys was repelled. Turns out the person who Mitsuru contacted before entering the TV world was Fuka. What are the odds? I see, her persona abilities could disrupt the control on Labrys without her having to enter this world.
Are you all okay?
What? I'm actually astounded. Is this her actual voice actress? They bothered to get Fuka's voice actress for what I can only assume only occurs in Akihiko, Mitsuru, and Aigis' stories? Really? That's insane. Yo, straight up this hairstyle, you look like a Fire Emblem Three Houses character.
Fuka-san?
Fuka Yamagishi, she's a friend of ours who helped us greatly in the battle 3 years ago. She has an analytical persona, and she herself is a whiz at digging up useful information. The Asagami High students don't know anything about Fuka and are looking around in surprise.
Is this like Rise-chan's persona? Wait, where is she?
This is a new VA that's used in all recent games, but still, they got another VA to show up. Like, how many lines could Fuka possibly have in this game?
This feeling. What the? That voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
Seriously? She can use hers in the real world? That's amazing.
It's Wendy Lee, by the way. I do not know that voice actress by name.
That's not your shadow, Akihiko-senpai. It's just a fake mimicking your appearance.
Akihiko already knew that.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
It wasn't a guess.
You must be the one behind all this. You stole Labris and threw her into a TV. You were after Persona users from the start. That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labris's memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers.
Why did you go after these students? What are you up to? Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness.
You remember earlier when I made the Dance Water Dance joke and then I said, sorry, wrong series? Actually, it turns out this is Kingdom Hearts. We're actually just playing a Kingdom Hearts game now.
Old wounds that you thought you had overcome opened once again. You almost let go of your hearts, your personas.
And then when 13 of them gather to face the 7 personas of light, at long last I shall have the key blade and unlock the infinite potential of Kingdom Hearts. Darkness within darkness awaits you.
This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Why are you telling us all this?
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
Why would you do such a thing?
All the loose ends are finally getting tied up, apparently. I glare at the enemy as he smugly reveals his grand scheme.
That's enough. I see now that there's no room for any more excuses.
Yo, burning some dread. I pull out my evoker. I can perform a summoning without this now, but I still couldn't just let it go. It serves as a constant reminder of those days fighting as a part of Seas. It's so I don't forget the joy, the sorrow, and the losses from those days. I point the muzzle to my head just like I used to. The feeling of cold metal, the easy trigger pull.
You said before that I couldn't cast aside my fears.
Back then, I felt that I didn't care if I lived or if I died. I just wanted all the power I could manage. Whether my disregard for my own life was because I secretly wanted someone to punish me, or because I wanted someone stronger than I to forgive me and allow me to live. In either case, my resolution is no longer the same.
But I'll tell you something. People who have no fears end up dying early or throwing their lives away. My determination coexists with my fears. I know that death and loss are always close by.
I squeeze the trigger of my evoker. A nostalgic sensation. I was just a kid 3 years ago when I laid my life on the line. But now, though, I can't allow myself to die. In my heart, I know that I cannot lose this fight. I've accumulated all this power to protect others. I'm risking my life in order to stay alive and to keep my friends safe. That is my current determination.
You still say you're my shadow?
If a shadow is just another form of one's persona, then...
My determination would never leave my side.
Yo, not gonna lie, pretty epic move by Akihiko. I don't know what Dance Water Dance is. It's the catchphrase of a character from Kingdom Hearts DMX, one of the organization members. Shadow me! Hey, how you doing?
Finally,
He's so blue. Akihiko, I think you look way better in red, dude. I'm not gonna lie. And I am a big fan of the color blue. He's always just slightly too far away for my combo to continue. I just do the one jab and it's like, time to move on. Yo, this AI is really bad at controlling Akihiko. He's kind of just letting me punch him and that's it. Oh, he blocked a little bit. You're done. It's over. Oh no, he moved on the other side. Nope, I got him. Never mind, I win. Goodbye! Grand victory!
No wonder you managed to drive back a god once. I didn't think you'd resist this fiercely.
I thought that I'd done some serious damage to that thing, but it seems he has no intentions of giving up his ridiculous charade. He nonchalantly carries on while still wearing my face.
This is fine with me. Good enough for my purposes. I've confirmed you have enough power to meet my expectations.
Good enough, my ass.
Who do you think you are? You're really pissing me off.
What a line by Kanji, dude. The mastermind contorts my face into an eerie smirk and chuckles.
I doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance, but sure enough, it made for a very enjoyable game.
It also allowed the developers to not have to create another character to play in the game, and instead just had me use the moveset of an already existing character.
I will see you in another guise next time. Just wait until then. Wait!
There's no way I'm letting you get away. I immediately close the gap between myself and him, but with a final smirk, he disappears. All that remains is his laughter.
Yamagishi.
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished. What could this mean?
Back to square one again.
That's my third favorite square. Hey, Shroom, what's up, man?
Bullshit! Don't you ever come back again!
Still, what was it planning on using our persona powers for?
To make strong shadows. Naoto, were you listening to any of that conversation? Hello?
It hasn't given up, right? And we'll see it again.
Indeed, based on what it said, I have every reason to assume that it'll return. The enemy's objectives are still mostly unclear. Well, yeah, I guess we don't know what he wants to do with the shadows when he gets them. Maybe he just wants to host a really fun tea party. And we don't even know who he is. We do have a lead, though. I look towards Mitsuru and Aigis. Though I can't say this in front of the students, the fact that the mastermind knew about Labrys is a big clue. We're most likely dealing with someone related to Kirijo.
Don't worry about it. We'll handle things from here.
Wait, but it kinda said it was still after us.
Of course. You should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. That is, after all, our duty.
I'll just leave the rest of the explanations to Mitsuru. Talking isn't really Akihiko's thing. He's more about flexing, protein, and punching. She's much better at saying the right things in these situations. In the meantime, I glare at the empty space where the enemy was. Maybe if I just look hard enough, I can will him back into existence, and also light him on fire.
The battle will go on, huh?